The question is pertaining to Scarface, okay? And the question is, how did you, I wonder how long it took you to write, okay? This is the question that they sent. The whole Scarface Masterpiece. Okay, so if you could talk to us a little bit about the, I believe that Scarface is a movie that you were asked to write. It was a remake of a previous film, but there was a personal connection to it, and the preparation for that screenplay was very interesting.
Yeah, it's in the book in detail. It certainly was a big project, and it was a challenge from beginning to end. My connection to it was drugs, because we were taking the old movie and making it about drugs. And I was passionate about the concept of the drug war. I thought it was a ridiculous idea to begin with. And I saw the government, Nixon, in 1969, they started to declare the war on drugs, and they've made casualties of many, many people who didn't deserve it. It really cut into our country is in love with the idea of war. They always declare war on poverty, war on drugs, war on Vietnam, war in Iraq. I mean, wars are very popular here. You have to understand the American mentality. I don't, in the sense of I don't accept it. And I was passionate about this, but at the same time, I was doing a gangster film for people who did not have these points of view. So I was learning the ropes and learning to, modify my own personal feelings and adapting them to the needs of what they wanted, which was a commercial movie about a gangster. And they wanted it to be big and colorful, and just as the original was. But except that we're doing it in modern day Miami, and we're doing it about Cubans, Marielitos, they called them. And I took the license and I ran with it. I did a lot of research down there. I already knew a lot about, I knew about drugs already, but I'd been in jail already, but I went to South America and the Caribbean, and hung out with as many people as I could learn from. I talked with all the legal authorities in Florida, and I had fun with it because it was a time when the cocaine trade was just about to boom. 1980, from 1981 on, 81 on, it was a huge business, a huge volume. No one had any idea of how huge. And even then, I was taking. You can see in the movie the anti-drug story. You can see the story about how this is. We're hypocrites. People are making money on both sides of the fence. The government's making money from chasing the drugs, forming new departments, new bureaucrats, whole new divisions of the US government, including the Drug Enforcement Agency, which is a joke, and interfering in other countries. So at the same time, it's a wonderfully passionate story about a young man who's chasing the gold and the girls, and he finds the American dream in a strange way. Of course, he becomes super rich, super ruthless, and at the end of the day, super pathetic in the sense that he loses his mind to cocaine.
Well, it's wonderful because, you know, within the genre structure of the film, there's also a political statement, and it works at so many different levels. And by the way, that question came from the Lewis Business School in Rome. Okay.